Book Puma, the long video. All right, so Madison and I had met months earlier. We were sitting in a meeting with our web development team, the team at 5 Dogs, and she had, well, I guess we'll go back a little bit. This is gonna be like a Quentin Tarantino video where we go like forward and we go backwards, then kind of jump through the middle, and then we come back again, and then we spinning around, and then out of nowhere Uma Thurman comes through with a samurai sword. It'll be a little bit of everything. Okay, there's no Uma, there's no Quentin, but we will bounce around a little bit. So the way this whole thing started was Madison came over, got to know me a little bit more, got to know my wife, and she said, dealing with my husband, there'll be these moments where you'll watch everything kind of flash. And she told him, you know, I work through things quicker than most, meaning that I get really defensive when something upsets me, meaning when I know I made a mistake. I'll kind of be like, dude, what the hell? But then I'll get mad that I got mad. Then I'll try to work through really quickly why I got mad. And then I'll try to solve the problem that I got mad about. Even if I don't have the exact solution, I'll at least try to solve the reason I got mad and then come up with a plan to fix that issue and at least a timeline to solve it, right? And so what happened was we're in the meeting and we're talking to my web development team that we had decided we were going to go with, and we're going through this plan and how we're going to make the publishing company better, and how we're going to sell more books, and how we're going to get more authors, and how we're going to impact the industry better, and how we're just going to make it better for authors in general and readers. And you know, we kept saying, but it just didn't feel like it was enough. We just didn't feel like we could reach enough people. We couldn't make a big enough impact, you know. And the guy kept pushing us. His name is Buck, and I was like, you know what? I just had a meeting last week with a guy named Rick. His name is Rick Treon, who's an editorial guy. He loves it. That's his biggest passion. He's like, man, if I could just edit. I love writing, but editing is like my passion. He's edited for newspapers and writers, and it's just this thing he loves. And it was all just kind of sitting in my brain. And if you read any of my books, you'll understand that, like the Neil Baggio series, I talk about operating in 4 or 5 lanes. And that's kind of how my brain works. And I might be talking in 2, but there's like 3 other lanes always going on. And we're sitting there and Madison's like, oh, wait for it. I guess her and Buck start talking, and I just kind of turn away for a sec. And I remember I kind of start texting Ricky. And I'm like, I got this idea. I was like, we're gonna do more than just books. This is gonna be more than selling books. We can impact an industry. We can impact way more manuscripts. I was like, as a small press, we can only affect so many authors in a year. It just is what it is. Like I'm growing a company, a restaurant company, which has helped funding this publishing company, but we can only do so much. I was like, if we do this editorial company, we can impact way more people. And my favorite thing in the restaurants that I run is just impacting people, whether they work for me long term or not, whether it's 3 months, 6 months, 3 years, and it's watching them grow way past us. We've got some cool people that couldn't manage for us because we didn't have the spots for them, that now manage other restaurants, other retail spots, barely graduated high school. And to me, that's awesome. You're not my property. I'm just here part of the way. I say, don't think of me as a principal, as a business owner. I'm just a teacher, and I'm the son of teachers. And that's the same thing with Book Puma. That's how we're looking at this. So I said, we're not a hybrid. We're just parallel, and we're teachers. And as a small press, we can only do so much. So Book Puma is a way of being a teacher along the way. Would it be awesome to have like 20 New York Times bestsellers under our book as a small press and become the traditional 6 someday? Yes, but in the meantime, I'd rather be attached to 20 New York Times bestsellers along the way and be a part of their growth. Heck yeah, because that's what this is about. So we're in this meeting, and I'm just sitting here going, dude, we could do this amazing thing. But not only can we do this, we can impact and change the way editors interact with all this stuff. And that's what this is all about. That's how all this happened. So then it was like, well, what name are we gonna come up with? And I was like, I already got it. I've already got the name. We just gotta tweak the logo. So I reached out to the guy I was working on the logo with. We made it a little bit softer. We went from high school football logo to what you see today. The soft Puma holding the book. It's to kind of show like something that stands out, something that's aggressive. But, you know, a mother cub will care for, you know, her her young, but she's also going to push them. And that's what this is about. It's about pushing you, but teaching you to be on your own 2 feet. Not be like, you're mine forever, but I got your back. That's what this is about. Check us out.